that just make you happy and jolly and everything. I like to tie that back in because it was such, the holidays took such an important part in all our childhoods and when we were kids, and that's when it hit us the most. That's when we got excited for Christmas again. And I thought, okay, as an adult, how would you get excited about food and about Christmas and getting into that spirit one more time? So I'm going to show you something today that works in a classic like a peanut butter sandwich, and how to make it better, and something that is just purely decadent, and that if you want to invite friends during this season over for breakfast or maybe a late brunch, this is the type of dish that will just wow everyone and just make everyone smile while eating it, and that is the whole point about good food during this season. So we're first going to start by frying off a couple of pieces of just prime bacon. You see all that fat, but you have also that very nice lean portion. That's the type of bacon you want to be able to get. So these nice lean portions and that strip of fat as well. So we're going to get that almost crispy, not too much. This really depends on how cooked you want it to be. Now while that's cooking, really simply enough, crack 1 egg into a small mixing bowl here. And to that, I'm going to add maybe just half a cup of milk. Whole milk, that is, of course. And then just to give it a nice little coating, instead of using flour, what we're going to do is use a bit of ground hazelnut. So I'm going to put 4 tablespoons in there. And then we're just going to mix the whole thing. Now, if you don't have any ground hazelnut, that's not a problem. You can add some almond meal or even just regular flour if you want to. I just like to do this because it gives it a nice different nutty flavor. Now I'm using some nice whole wheat toast here, and I'm just going to cut 2 perfect slices of bread. Now we're actually going to build the sandwich. So using my favorite peanut butter here, which is Peter Pan, and I love it because it's not too sweet, it's nice and reduced fat, and it has a nice crunchy flavor to it. So I got my 2 toasts here. What I'm going to do is just spread about 1 tablespoon on top of it, and then just get that going. You just want it all over the place. On the other side, a bit less, maybe just 1 teaspoon, just to really coat it. And then on top of that, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the jam of your choice. What I'm using now is mango jam, actually, but if you want to use raspberries or you want blueberries or anything like that, it'll work as well. So I'm just going to spread that in on one side only. Now on top of that, I'm going to put the bacon. That's where it gets interesting and pretty amazing. Right now those flavors are just perfectly sitting together. I'm going to flip it over, give it a nice hard press on top, just to make sure it's nice and compact. And then this is where our batter comes into play. Do it once or twice, press it down, and make sure that when it comes out, it's nice and soaked, basically. So now using the bacon fat on a hot pan like this, we're just going to cook this French toast type sandwich on top until it's nice and golden and compact and dries out a little bit. So once you've got a nice caramelized texture and a nice brown color on top like that, it's actually a pretty beautiful sight to see, and I just can't wait to just take that bite. You're gonna have that saltiness from the bacon that just complements the crunchiness of the peanut butter and the sweetness of the mango jam that's in there. And trust me, make some of this, cut it up, maybe put some powdered sugar on top. You want to serve it with maple syrup and be crazy, go for it as well. It'll make any Christmas breakfast absolutely perfect.